Well, I got to stop because I got to get longer screws for this. Shut off and... Oh, it's so dark. And I only got one nut for my freaking inverter charger. So I got to go dig through a box and see if I can find one. I got to drill out my connector because it's too freaking small to go into that. So, yay. So I got to stop. We'll be back. Okay, guys, we are back. And I got the nut for this, which they stiffed me on when they delivered it, which sucks. I mean, I'm sure I could get another one, but I do not want to wait for Amazon or Ames to send it to me. So I just went and got one. Now we are running our positives and our negatives from here. See how this goes, but hopefully I can finish this sucker up today, because I also want to insulate and put some sheetrock on the top to help keep in the heat. I hate sheetrock, but it does a good job in holding heat in. Insulation's super expensive. Stupid. I had 2x6s, but I just bought 2x4, and I'll set it all the way up, and then I'll have a gap, a little heat gap, little air gap. It'll help keep the heat in a little bit better, but it's cheaper than. Okay, that's gonna work nice. That is gonna work nice. That's what I like. That's what I like to see. Stuff working out. Stuff working out. So probably don't want to watch me do all this. Kind of boring, so we'll just fast forward through it and you can check it out. Okay, so I got that all hooked up. Just some bad jumper cable that was laying around. It was the right size I needed. Just a little bit smaller than my 2-aught. Got it all hooked up. Now, just got to make sure I'm going to turn this on. Make sure I can get all this programmed on my phone, and we'll come back and see if we can't make the sucker work. Okay, guys, it's all hooked up. It's good to go. Everything's set. Took a second to hook up the Bluetooth for each of them, but I got it. Thank goodness they fixed their problem, because I know a year or so ago they had it where it would only connect to an Apple, and you had to update it, and then it would connect to an Android. Well, they fixed that. Good job, Victron, and it makes it so much easier, because I don't have an iPhone, and I'm never going to. But got it hooked up. Everything's working. I just have to hook up the solar panels and get those going. I'm making my frame right now. Well, was going to do drywall, but kind of hard to put drywall up by yourself on the ceiling without a lift and in such a small space. But I started on my frame for the solar panels I have, and it's going to be right over there. This is just temporary, guys. I'm going to be putting a big 35 by 65 shop up here this spring, and then the panels will go on the roof, which will get way better sun and do way better, because obviously I do not have that much clearance, but right here is actually surprisingly really well, because the trees are pretty thin and the sun can come through. There's a field over there. I was thinking about doing it over there, but it's pretty far and the trees are actually thicker, so the sun won't come through as much. But I think once I get it on the roof, it'll be fine. This winter might be a struggle, might be using the generator a lot, but we shall see. It'll be a trial and error. Most everything I have in this temporary mobile home setup is propane. The stove is propane, the dryer's propane, the hot water on demand is propane. So I really don't have anything big. I don't have a furnace, I got a wood stove. So there's really nothing big that's going to be running off of electricity. So it's all going to be LED lighting. So, you know, really, I don't see a problem really, but you know, this is my first time with solar, so we'll figure it out and go from there. I do plan on getting more panels and more batteries this spring and summer, but you know, right now do with what we have. So that's where we're at right now. I just needing some help from a brother to finish up this other stuff, but I might try and set some solar panels on here and just run the cables over and see how it works. So we'll see. Okay, this is my solar panel holder. It's just temporary. Like I said, I'm going to be building a shop. So we're going to set this up. I'm going to put these brackets on here and get her all secured down. I don't know if I'm going to get all 6 put up today. I'll probably just be able to put 2 up. But I do want to try and hook it up and see. So we'll see how far we get. Okay guys, I only got 2 because I don't want to drill holes, so I had to turn them the other way, and that took up a bunch of time. So now it's getting dark. I gotta take my kids home. So unfortunately, that's all we got for tonight. We'll have to finish this up tomorrow, but we'll get her done. So these will be wired in series and parallel, just like my batteries. So that'll be the most efficient way to do it, as far as I have looked into anyway. So if it's not, then let me know and I'll change it and do it another way. But because of shading and everything, this is the way that I think is best. So till tomorrow. Hey guys, I got this crappy stand built for now. I got my wires hooked up in series and parallel, and then I got my wire just temporary rung. Like I said, this is all temporary until I can get the shop built, and then it's going on the shop. So I'm not going to cut any wires or anything until then. Make it look nice and pretty after that. I got to deal with the rain today, so it's super fun. I'm about done. It's not even noon yet, so that's awesome. But I got it run to the back of this powerhouse here. Just got to tap a hole in the wall, run my wires in. We're going to do it all the way at the top. Run my wires in and go inside and hook it all up, and then we'll see what we got. Okay, well, not all of them. I've got 4 of them hooked up right now in series and in parallel. I've got 2 more. I need to make this bigger, and I need more connections. I didn't have enough, so we're waiting on that. So for now, we got power. We're all hooked up. good to go. Now we're just wiring the breaker box in here so I can run some big wire over to the mobile. So we will be good. I just have to, this will be my wire that I'll run over to the mobile. 4-aught. And then this is my cable that I'm going to use from the inverter to the breaker box. That light's not helping. To the breaker box, which will go from there to the mobile. So that's what we got going on today. Well, hopefully we can get it done. Okay, I got it all hooked up. Got it all hooked up to the inverter. A little pain in the butt. And then my ground is going out. Now I just need to get a ground rod, which I thought I had. I guess I don't. So one more thing I got to get. And then I can run from here. This is only 110. This is not 220. It's just 110. So I can run my single wire and my common out into the mobile home, and then I'll run a ground from there into a ground rod down inside, down in the ground there, so I don't have to run a ground all the way over. So yeah, lots of fun.